Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 200 of Business Behind the Scene. Oh my goodness, 200 episodes. Can you believe it? That I have managed to be kept accountable by my virtual assistant. I shouldn't say that I've been managed. I should say that my VA managed to keep me accountable and get this done for 200 weeks. We have recorded a podcast for the last 200 weeks. That is incredible. And today we have a special announcement. We're going to give away a ticket to our next conference in 2025, the Level Up Conference. So if you want a ticket, listen till the end, and we're going to give you details on how you can be one of the winners of a Level Up Conference 2025. How exciting. Now, it's the beginning of financial year. We are very excited about starting over in this financial year. We had an incredible year last financial year, and it's just so amazing how much you can achieve in a year. And I actually am going to do that as soon as I finish this. I'm going to actually do it, and then we can actually record a next podcast about it, of like what we've achieved in the last financial year. I wanted to share with you guys, because sometimes we need that benchmark, that other person that it has achieved stuff, to be like, wait a minute, I can do more this year. What else can I create? And so yeah, today we're going to do that. But let me get into episode 200. I had a call the other day from a potential client, and they had so many questions. And I was like, oh my gosh, all these questions are so great. I can use them all to actually create a podcast. So what my team did is that they transcribed the sales call. And in the sales call, the potential client was asking so many questions, and my team has put them all in here. And now I'm going to answer one of them at a time, because there are probably questions that you're asking yourselves, but you may not have the time or the energy to ask those questions to me or to anybody that is got a similar business. So let's go. First question was, how do you manage the hours for your team? That's a very good question. Now, I have, at the moment, actually, we have 8 virtual assistants working for us. And it's full on, because they are like those 8 virtual assistants that are actually working in my Empowering Virtual Solution business. And then we have 47 virtual assistants working for our clients, right? So those VAs are not working in my business, they're working in our client's business. And so I manage 8 virtual assistants. How do I manage their time? I don't, thank goodness. Because if I had to manage my virtual assistant time, I will go bananas. So what I do instead is that I help my virtual assistants to create an ideal week. And if you have purchased my time management course, you would know what that means. If you haven't purchased my time management course, what are you waiting for? I promise you, you will love it. It's such a great course where we're going to teach you all the things that you need to know on how to manage, not just manage your time, but also manage your virtual assistant time. So if you haven't got your hands onto that course, make sure that you do, because in that course, that's exactly what we teach you: how to manage your time, how to manage your virtual assistant time, and how to create an ideal week. So I've helped all my virtual assistants to create their ideal week, making sure that we are working on that together, that is sort of matching with my ideal week, so that we can be aligned and work together very well. And that is literally how we do it. And so once you have an ideal week done for your team, then they know exactly what needs to be done. And so this is something that I cannot, like, I don't want to do, and would do my head in. If I had to work with a team member, and every day I would have to think about, what am I going to give this person? What task? What can I make them work on today? That would really stress me out a lot. And it would would be like the opposite of getting help and support. It would add more work for me, because I had to think, what else am I going to give this person today? I've got a VA available and I haven't got any work to give her. That is something that I don't enjoy. So what I had to do is that I had to create a ideal week, and I had to create tasks that my virtual assistant does every day, so that I didn't have to stress about it. So then everything works, and my VA works under the Now, you're gonna love this. I am today we decided to record this podcast, and because I am not video ready, I'm recording a podcast, and in the meantime, I'm doing my hair. And the reason why I had a moment there that I couldn't speak is because I was trying to get my hair from behind my microphone, and my virtual assistant is on the video, and she's literally like, "Focus! Stop playing with your hair. You're not teaching properly." So and this is the thing, right? I think that some of you will resonate with this. I'm like, I'm that type of person that I struggle so much to focus. And I really should stop what I'm doing and start to focus. So probably my VA will cut this part, or maybe not. I don't know. If she cut it, it will be fine. If she doesn't cut it, then you just show how we work together and show you how my virtual assistants keep me accountable and be like, stop doing your hair and just focus on what you're talking about. Okay, sorry, I'm back here. Okay, so um I don't manage my virtual assistants. I don't manage their time. I create recurring tasks for them. So we have procedures. We create procedures together and we improve them every day. So, for example, even like today, I was like, okay, we've created a new system for when people book a call with me. And when the people book a call with me, we ask them to fill out a form. And so we missed a couple of forms that people have filled out. And so I went to my team and I said, okay, what happened there? How can we get a notification on when people are filling out this form? And so my virtual assistant now has added a step into the procedure. So then now she's in charge of making sure that every time before I jump on a call, if someone has filled out the form, they let me know. So like this is how we do it. Like we have systems and procedure, and the beginning of procedure is very simple, and then we keep adding onto it, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's how we've created the task that I don't have to micromanage my team. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, it's my day off and I've got 8 VAs and I need to make sure they're all working. I'm like, they're all working, I can guarantee you that, because they all have so much expectation that we have at the end of the week that they have to perform on that, they have to deliver on that, right? So how do I manage? The next question was, how do I manage my virtual assistants? I have meetings with them weekly in departments. So I've got a marketing meeting, a finance meeting, a EA meeting, I've got an admin meeting, we've got an event meeting. So we do events, and meetings are very fast, like 20, 30 minutes, boom, boom, boom. And those meetings help me they have to report on what they've achieved. They have to report on the process, on the process of the project. So where is that project at? And so they have to keep telling me how the things are going. So I don't manage my VAs. My VAs pretty much like they have to manage themselves, right? That's how I do it. How did you efficiently and effectively delegate the tasks? So I think I already covered that. So we create procedures and then we break them down, and then we help my VA understand when those things needs to be done. So for example, one of my VA is my sales assistant, and so she has to send me who I need to follow up before I have a sales follow up in my calendar. And so we have created again a procedure on that, and so I don't have to be like, hey, it's my time to do this thing, can you make sure that you do it? Like they just done it because it's in the calendar. Do you have a blueprint or guide? Do you have a blueprint or guide for what? A blueprint or guide. I do have a blueprint, and that guide is actually in my new book. And this new book is going to have all my secret on how to delegate, what to delegate, what tasks to give, everything. I do also have created a separate 100 tasks to delegate to a virtual assistant. You can download that as well if you're interested. Just go onto my website, empoweringvirtualsolution.com, and you'll be able to download it from there. But yes, the best thing that you guys can do is really get your hands on my new book that is coming out in 2024, at the end of 2024. So definitely get that, because all my procedures, my systems, my ideas, my success story, everything on delegation is in that book. And that's why I created it, because I get so many questions all the time, and I decided to just write a book on that. So how do I train my virtual assistants? We have created a training program, and actually this training program is so successful. Like we have literally 20 to 30 people every month going through the training. And some people don't survive it because it's very intense. Some people don't finish it because they cannot handle it because it's so much. And it's good because we want to have a look at who are the VAs supervise. They can survive that. It means that those VA are going to be able to be outstanding with our clients. And so if I were to hire a virtual assistant though, and I didn't have those training in place, how I would train a virtual assistant, it would be a strategy that is in my book. And the strategy is on literally like creating a Zoom call and showing the virtual assistant what I want that to be like, what I want them to do. The virtual assistant will record that, create a procedure from that. And then next time that the same task needs to be done, the VA will do it on a Zoom call with me. I watch it, they do it, and I'll give them feedback. The other day I had a client of mine that had a virtual assistant for a couple of weeks, and they wanted to give them a task, and they explained the task in writing. I don't believe in that's the best way to delegate. I believe that in a call is better. Even if it's a 5-minute call, share the screen, show you exactly what you mean. Just show it one little example of what you want, and then the VA can take over. And I literally was saying, like, if you want them to use ChatGPT, just help them with the prompt on what would you put in there, and then the VA can play around with it. But just give them that one example. And I know that sometimes people are like, well, if I have to give them an example, it's faster if I just do it. I'm like, no, it's not faster if you do it. If you just give them the one example, it will save you and her a lot of time in the future. So that's how we do it. All right. Hopefully this was a valuable episode for you guys on questions that you had in the back of your head and you never ever were able to a chance to give it to me. So here we go. And if you like these episodes, please give us a review. We always love that. Remember, we have, because it's the 200th episode, we have a special giveaway. You need to submit an entry to submit your entry in the forms on the description below. So that way you're going to be able to get a chance to win a ticket to our conference, Level Up Conference 2025. So all you need to do is to fill up this form. It's very easy, very simple, very fast. So it only take you about 3 minutes, and you're going to be able to go into the draw to win the ticket to the Level Up Conference 2025. These tickets are over $600 already, and it's a 2-day conference in Brisbane. These people come from all over Australia for this conference, and we just wanted to make sure that you guys get yourself a ticket for that. So free ticket off for you to do it in the draw. Thank you so much for listening. Leave a review and let us know how you're loving this podcast. Thank you so much for listening to this amazing podcast. Now, if you enjoy this, you're definitely going to love my Facebook group where I've got over 11,000 people in it, and they're all business owners successful like you. It's called the Successful Entrepreneur Lounge, and in there I do classes every week, and I get to interview my clients, and I get to teach you all the things that I've done to get my business to 100K plus a month. So I look forward to have you in there. It's called the Successful Entrepreneur Lounge Facebook group in Facebook. I look forward to see you there. Ciao.